The reason I think they trade Justin Fields because if you wait till next year, you get nothing for him. Which I mean, something is better than nothing. Whether you get a 2-5 like LeBron James, something's better, in my opinion, something is better than nothing.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I feel you. I feel you, and I do think if you can get let's play it out, right? The
right.
Bears were trying to get multiple first. The whole league said, "I'm good, love, enjoy." So
Mm-hmm.
now they're probably looking at that Brian Burns type thing where you might get a second, maybe a couple of seconds, maybe a second and a third.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely ain't gonna be no Aaron Rodgers type deal like last year. Like it's not even gonna be that. So if you're telling me the best you can do for a guy that's gonna be a QB1 somewhere is a second, a couple of seconds, a second and a third, a second and a future third, like that's just a hard sell for me, Steph. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a hard sell for me.
I think Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, the first time, Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers, all those trades has vastly skewed what we think about these trades, right? You gotta think about it. Aaron Rodgers was elite of elite, right? Russell Wilson,
Right.
once upon a time, was elite of elite. Deshaun Watson, he was trending that way. Like Justin Field has showed us flashes of greatness, but it hasn't been over a long period of time. Granted, it wasn't his fault. You can't say, "Oh, that's a bad car," but there's no transmission, there's no tires, no windshield wiper fluid. Of course, it's gonna be a bad car. He had no weapons, he had no O line, and terrible coaching. So I get that, but you just haven't seen enough to ask for that much. If that makes sense, in my opinion.
So why not take Marvin Harrison, right? If you know you got Justin Fields no matter what for another year, you got Marvin Harrison, who to me is the best player in the draft, hard stop.
Okay.
If you had Marvin Harrison right there as the premier weapon available in this draft, and you have a QB who just last year finally got a semblance of a weapon in DJ
Right.
Moore, why not double down and say, all right, we helped you out with DJ Moore. It was an up and down year. You had some spots, you got injured, but you're able to come back. Let's just give this one more run. You brought
Mm-hmm.
back this head coach. So it's not like he's got to learn a whole new system, right? So in essence, why not give it one more run with Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet? You went out there and got DeAndre Swift, so you're bringing in weapons for whoever the QB is. Why not go and get the weaponist of weapons in Marvin
Mm-hmm.
Harrison? And now you got Fields, DJ Moore, Harrison, DeAndre Swift. If you want to act like Cole Kmet's a weapon, fine. Maybe he is with all these weapons around. Maybe now he can eat. But, like, why not do that? And then if Justin Fields plays the way we think he can, then you give him the bag. And then you don't got to
Okay.
worry about nothing. Then you still got the number 9 pick where, depending on who slips, who falls, maybe there's
Right.
something you do there.
Because think about what you said. You said, "What if?" Right. So
Yeah.
what if you do all that and he's still a flop, and he
If
still
he's
doesn't
still a
produce,
flop,
or he gets
then you
hurt?
know.
He gets hurt.
Okay, go ahead, go
So
ahead, go
like,
ahead.
you see what I'm saying? What if, and then what if Caleb falls to Washington, and he is, what they project him to be, Patrick Mahomes esque. I don't think he's that, but what if that does happen? You, as the Bears franchise, you can't take that risk. You know what I mean? Because like, say, okay, we've seen 3 years of Justin, but like, what if we
Mhm.
don't? What if we do what you just said, right? And Justin still doesn't pan out. You're not going to find Caleb Williams next year. Who's the best quarterback that we think's coming out? Shador. Like,
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
can you afford to take that risk, knowing what you know about Caleb Williams? Like, now I do think CJ Stroud has made it extremely difficult to be a rookie coming in as a quarterback because he played phenomenally.
Right.
But knowing what you know about Caleb Williams, what's been said about him, how he produced at Oklahoma, I won't say how he produced at USC because he put up numbers, but they didn't win. You know what I mean? Can you afford to pass on him? I don't think you can, especially when you're, who's been the best quarterback, in Bears recent memory? Jay Cutler? Come on now. You can't do
I
it.
mean, I look, even if Justin Fields goes out there, if the Bears were to take Marvin Harrison at 1 and Justin Fields is still mid, then you let him walk, right? Now I got DJ Moore. I got all these weapons now. You can now go get a Kirk Cousins type. That's going to be a free agent, and away we go. I don't got to worry about no draft pick at that point because what vet QB that might be available next year isn't going to look at that roster and say, damn, you got Harrison, Moore, Swift,
But what you
offensive
still
line
doing?
allegedly is getting better,
You still losing
probably a
Justin
new
Fields for
coach.
nothing. You still losing them for nothing though. You know what I mean? So like, I just feel like I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can sell that. I don't know if you can.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think at this point for a franchise that's been mired in, I'll say mediocrity to be nice, but mired in midness more appropriately for at least a decade. I think you got to think outside the box with this move. You have had the number one pick 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You have lucked into the number one pick 2 years in a row, and if you're
Right.
telling me the most you're going to have from it is a right tackle from Tennessee, and whatever they do at 9 with their own pick, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess Caleb Williams, if you're telling me they get another lineman at 9 because the goddamn GM is a former offensive lineman, so he loves taking linemen. So you're telling me I get 2 linemen and Caleb Williams with 3 first-round picks in 2 years? That to me is mid as fuck, man. That's mid as hell to me.
It's the
When you
Bears,
have
bro.
Marvin
But like,
Harrison right there, that could be a not just a game changer, he could be a league changer.
right. I mean, but look, you traded up to get Mitchell Trubisky. That was a swing and miss. What if you just, like you said, you pass on Caleb Williams, and he is the star that people project him to be?
I see if you're telling me he's gonna be a star, I could live with that. If you're telling me he's gonna be Mahomes, I can't live with that. But
No,
we
no,
figured
no.
he was gonna
Nobody's
be
gonna be wrong.
Mahomes type.
I think he will eventually become a star. I think that.
But will he be a Mahomes star, or are we looking at a Dak type star?
Mahomes is on a different level, dog.
Agreed.
Mahomes is he's on a
So
level.
his ceiling is what then to you? You've been doing the film, so I'm gonna take your word here. You've been
Okay.
chopping it up. What is Caleb's player comp at the next level if it's not Mahomes?
It's not Mahomes. I think he's a hybrid player. I think he has Mahomes like abilities as far as his improvisation, but his decision making is not on Mahomes level. That's what Mahomes is
Is
so
it
good at.
nasty man at his peak?
He can be a Deshaun Watson. He can be close to that. He can be close to it. I
But
mean,
not the same or better.
he's a little bit smaller than Deshaun. Deshaun threw his body around a lot, and it
Mm-hmm,
worked out in his
mm-hmm.
favor. It worked out in his favor. Caleb not doing that as much, but I think that's a similar game to compare him to. And you telling me you may get Deshaun Watson when he was in Houston? Like, I think you gotta take it.
Just off the strength of if you're the Bears and you do decide to trade back, how far back would you trade back?
If I'm the Bears and I'm trading this number one pick, I'm going to look for somebody. The person I'm going to look for is the Minnesota Vikings. I'm like, look, I'll give you this number one pick, but
Pick
I need Justin
11
Jefferson.
for those who don't know. Number 11 for
I
the Vikings.
need Justin Jefferson. I'm not giving you this pick without Justin Jefferson. That's the type of trade I'm doing if I'm trading them. Because if you want to surround Justin with weapons, go get Jettis. You need that type of weapon if you want to see, okay, can he be our guy going forward? If you're going to invest in him and surround him with weapons, like DJ Moore was good, but like he ain't no Justin Jefferson. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
that's the type of trade I'm going for. Like Vikings, y'all with this pick, Kirk Cousins gone. Give me Jettis.
Right.
I mean, Jettis might not resign anyway because
Big facts. That part. That
so
part.
that's what I'm doing there.